Okay, Rory, take a look here. So we got your before putting technique, what the technique you were using when we first kind of met. Here's your after from yesterday. A couple things. So just in terms of your setup, see over here you have your kind of upper body forward, your lower body backward. Here you've got your upper body back a little bit, and your left hip bumped to the left. You got your kind of your hips a little bit forward. Your upper body stays back, and that's what you want. We don't want this whole upper body kind of lunged or shoved forward. We want the left hip bumped to the left 2 or 3 inches, so we can get about 60% of the weight on that left foot. Starts there and stays there. Now just take a look at the actual stroke that you would make. So to watch a couple things, just watch your head and your upper body. You're going to see your upper body kind of move forward, and then your eyes are going to look up, and then your head is going to come up kind of quickly. So let's take a look at this. Here you go. And you see how you kind of look up quickly? Your whole body is going to kind of twist and move towards the target. So we're going to put a dot right on your left arm, and your whole body shouldn't really come forward. Okay, if we take a look here, you're going to see your kind of upper body go forward a little bit. So watch this. So not only does the head come up, but the upper body kind of lunges forward. So see how the upper body kind of moves forward. So we just want to keep the head perfectly still, and your shoulders are going to turn around your head, basically around your spine. And we're just going to take a look here. Watch your eyes are going to stay down here, and so your left shoulder goes under your chin, your right shoulder goes under the chin. Okay, so here's your new putting stroke. There you go. Now you start to look up here, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep your eyes down for 3 seconds. I'm counting out 3, 2, 1, and there you go. Now you can look up. But the goal is, if we take a look here, we can see. Okay, so if we take a look at this, at the putt you hit here, so we're going to not only we took a look at your technique, which is looking much better. Remember, we got about a 10-foot putt here. Backstroke should be about 6 inches. Through stroke should be about 10 or 12 inches. You're always accelerating your hands through, not decelerating. So the backstroke should always be a little bit shorter than the through stroke. So 10-foot putt, about a 6 or 7-inch backstroke, and a 12-foot through stroke. So we're going to watch kind of the results of your stroke here. And well, okay, that one you made, so we're good. So the goal that we're trying to achieve, obviously, is a couple things. Putter head straight back, straight through, and we've got this teacher pointer on here to keep your putter face perfectly in line with perpendicular to your putter head path, or perfectly in line with where you want the ball to start. Perfectly keep your head down. That's going to be the big one for you, is keeping this head down when you hit this putt. Looking at the golf ball, remember we were talking, looking at the golf ball doesn't do anything unless you got ESP and you can make your mind make the ball go into the hole. Looking up does nothing but negative things. So when you hit this putt, you should think to yourself, 3, 2, 1, then look up. So you're going to hit this putt, and you're going to go 3, 2, 1, and then look up. That's going to be the goal. All right, let's take a look here at your putting from behind down the line. We're also going to see some improvement here. So here, just watch your head and watch your shoulders here, how your head comes up and it pulls your shoulders, everything offline. So here's your before technique. And so see how everything comes up and around. We'll take another look here. Watch your upper body and your head, and see kind of everything just turns towards the hole. Okay, now I've got here, and I'm trying to keep your eyes down for 3 seconds. This putter head goes straight back, straight through, and we're keeping the teacher pointer. Remember, it closes 1 degree on the way back and then is straight down your line on the way through. So let's take a look at here, and we'll take a look at this putt. Good, you keep your eyes down. You're almost trying to peek there, trying to look up a little bit quickly. But remember, 3, 2, 1. So much better. You can see your shoulders stay aligned as this putt leaves. So let's take a look. Closes 1 degree and then a square right down your line. Okay, so we'll go back through, hold it, hold it, hold it. Right here, it almost gets a little bit, so we want to go, okay, so here's kind of what I see. So it should, okay, so it starts to close, which is good. We want it closed 1 degree, not much more. Then now it's open here. And then now it starts to now it's back to being closed. So we'll work on that. We just want it 1 degree closed to then square. So that's all we're shooting for. But still a good putt. I think this goes, okay, we make this putt. So everything was square enough to make this ball go in the hole. So good work. Now we're going to take a look at your, let's take a look at your chipping. And here is your before technique with chipping. So here you are before, and we'll compare you to your after technique for chipping over here. And okay, now we have you set up for after. Okay, so here you are before. We would see this club face close in this backstroke. So we see this back of this left hand pointed down to the ground, this club face pointed down to the ground. We actually want the club face to rotate open in the backstroke so we can see it, so we can close on the through stroke. But what's happening is you were closing in the backstroke, and that was causing a lot of inconsistent. So what you would do is kind of take it back. You got this left wrist curled, back left hand points to the ground, and you take it back, and then you kind of try to drop the club on the ball, and see how you kind of have to lift up out of it to kind of offset this club jabbing into the ground because that right hand is pushing under. And we got a lot of inconsistent chipping. So here, okay, then we finally get one. So we got one short, one long. So here we see this, what's happening is this right hand's pushing, and you've got this left wrist bending back and this back of this left hand pointed up to the sky. So what happens is the club head passes your hand so quickly right here through impact. You get what's called rear shaft lean. The hands being the center of the circle, the club head draws circumference. There's the bottom of the circle. This club head is passing the hands too quickly, and now it's starting to come up through impact, and you're trying to try to some way not hit the ground before the ball. So you kind of lift up and kind of let the club chop down on the ball as you lift up, and now you got the club face open and you back your left hands point to the sky. All right, so here's your new technique. We're going to get this back of the left hand pointed to the sky, then curl the left wrist over to get the back left hand pointed to the ground. So here's your new technique we're going to take a look at. We're going to take a look at this a couple times. So we're going to go through it kind of real time, and there you go. So here's what we're seeing. The hands are leading the club head through impact, and now you can hit ball then ground consistently instead of having this rear shaft lean. See how this shaft leans backwards very quickly? Your hands are leading the club head through impact. This is perfect. You got this back of this left hand pointed to the ground. Technique doesn't get much better than this. And when you curl this left wrist, you kind of de-loft the club, which is good, which is fine. We can always get you a sand wedge here, a lob wedge. But so back of the left hand faces the sky. You're going to come forward and then curl this left wrist. So this back of this left hand. So you can see this is called flipping when this right hand pushes, and this is not flipping while this left wrist is curling and this right wrist is bending back. Here the right wrist is pushing. Okay, so this one, the ball takes off pretty good. There you go. You're keeping the back left hand pointed to ground. This is perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so then we're just going to reinforce this. Back the left hand faces the sky, back left hand points to the ground. I get out of your way, and we're going to see another great chip here. Watch this. There you go. And now again, your hands get to lead the club head so you can hit ball then ground. And you go back the left hand faces the sky, come forward an inch, and curl that left wrist. So now the back left hand is pointed down to the ground. It starts to point up a little bit, but you get away with this. But I wouldn't have it point up to the sky any more than this, because then you're going to start swinging up on the ball, and then you're going to hit ground then ball. But here we go, and we're going to get this pointed down. That's it. Pointed down to the ground. I curl your left wrist. There we go. Back left pointed down to the ground. Remember, this club head has weight. It's going to try to swing up on you and make that back of the left hand point to the sky, and we got to fight that by curling this left wrist and getting the back left hand. And it's even more important than that, bending this right wrist back so the palm of that right hand points to the ground. So huge improvement from before to after. So now you can keep your weight, 70% on your left foot and hit ball then ground. And you can see, there you go, great work. Huge improvement from before to after.